the flyest to ever walk in here. You might be listening and wondering who the fuck this is.
Thank everybody out there for watching, man. First and foremost, thank you, whoever you are, everybody tuning in right now. I really appreciate the love and you guys rocking with me on this journey. But we're gonna cut straight into this video. You know who I am. If you don't, I am JFK, the coolest comic book collector out with the most fitted hats without a doubt. And today we're gonna get into some straight heat right now in this box right here. I will show you guys a long overdue mail call. Now you see it does have some weight to it. Few disappointments in here, but if you are familiar with CGC, the grading company, we know how this thing works. They are extremely backed up. So I'm gonna talk while I open this box. Let's skip to that. They're extremely backed up. So I fast tracked these, which means I spent more money on each book just so I could get it faster. And I have still waited pretty much 3 months to get my books back. So for those guys out there that buy books already graded, sometimes I've always really hated that because I don't feel like they're my books. I don't feel like they're my submissions. But with this wait time, with this disappointment in some of these, we're gonna get straight to that, man. We're gonna get straight to that. But there you are. Right now, the illustrious bubble wrap, of course, packed out. Packed out. When I say packed out, man, I mean packed out. I don't know how guys send in 40, 50 books at a time. Like I don't know how they do it. I'm sure that shipping cost is crazy. So this was about $300, maybe close to $300, and I literally just submitted 6 books. So we are gonna get to that. Give me a moment. Now with some of this bubble wrap out the way, some of it, not all of it. Let's get that out the way. As I was younger, I grew up to realize that I do not need a lot of this. I used to keep the boxes. I used to put my books back in the box, but now they actually make books that you can hold CGC stuff in. So as you guys see, it's kind of how it comes, encapsulated, cardboard, bubble wrap, rubber band around them, right? So like I said a few moments ago, some of these are really high disappointments, but that's how CGC is. I never have royal flush, and when I say royal flush, it's like my term for when you send everything in and everything 9/8. I've never done that yet in my life, so but this time I was really hoping so. Ooh, this first one right here, man. This first one right here is for our king, man. I went actually buying every single one of these, naturally just for the impact and how important this man was for us. Now they did tributes on the back. They switched them each week for what books released. You guys can see that this is Chadwick Boseman on the back. Now this actually did make grade. This is what I was hoping for, and boom. This is an Alex Ross cover. Now of course this had to be blue labeled. There was no way I was gonna yellow label this. And as you guys see, it says rest in power, Chadwick Boseman. This is for our king right here, man. I love that Marvel did this. I actually stopped collecting anything Spawn related shortly after this because Todd McFarlane later down the line came out and said that he was doing a tribute, mind you, well over a month after Marvel already did theirs. So why didn't you just say that initially? You know, there was a whole Twitter thing. Twitter came out saying it was the most liked and the most retweeted post in Twitter history, what they put up for Chadwick Boseman. So literally the day of, you can cross-reference me. If it wasn't that night, it was like the following day. Todd McFarlane says we're going to do a tribute for Chadwick Boseman. I felt like he was just, you know, on a hype train, and I didn't like that at all. I hated that he did that, and he should have announced as soon as he passed away. So that's one of the few right there, right? So yes, I am very happy with that. I will be sitting looking at that in a moment. This one right here, man, again, this is just a glorious cover. I looked, there's only 3 of these on census. Means there's not one, not 2. Well, yes, there's only 2 other ones other than this. And we have, boom. Now this right here has my favorite tribute done to him. And actually this is a painting. Hopefully you guys can see this. And it says tribute by, and has the artist's name down here at the bottom. But as you guys can see once again, it says rest in power, Chadwick Boseman. So this is Black Panther issue 23. If you guys are not familiar with that, that's actually a symbiote right there, like the Venom suit. So these posters behind me are warranted. You see why they up there. Shouts out to my symbiote elite guys, the guys in the elites. We are few, but we are the elites. They know what this is about, man. And of course, naturally being a Black Panther fan, a guy that loves Black Panther, I had to have this book, that cover right there in particular. Definitely one of my favorite covers of the entire run, the entire comic series. This next one. Now this was actually pretty high. I was really surprised at how many of these were on census. I believe it's less than 40, but I think there was like 38 or 39 of these. And I wish I would. I'm going to. I'm planning on getting a yellow label of this as well because it looks so good. But boom. Once again, you guys may be able to see on the back. Now, what I'm showing you, these are all different. But like I said, every book that Marvel did that came out this Wednesday, like when this book came out, all the Marvel books that Wednesday had this tribute. And then the previous or the following one, every book that came out that Marvel did this Wednesday, all of them had this one. And then so on and so forth. So every book that released together, Marvel made sure they had the same tribute on the back. Ironically enough, Miles Morales has a tribute title, a header on the book, but does not have a tribute on the back of his book, which was kind of crazy. At that time also, I stopped buying anything Venom at all because they did not do a tribute for Chadwick Boseman on any Venom book at all. So why? I don't know, especially at that time when Venom still is one of the most ordered books from Marvel. I'm like, there's no way this could have slipped somebody's head. So I could keep going and go further more into that, but right now let's just enjoy these books, man. 9.8, Captain Marvel. And again, I'm not a huge Captain Marvel fan. I do own some Captain Marvel books, but I bought this, like I said, I was literally chasing every book that had this title that they did for Chadwick Boseman. So there's 9/8, right? There's 9/8. Let's get those out the way. Now, this right here, I'm really going to have to go into the greater notes. There is greater notes for this, but this was a huge, huge disappointment. And yeah, they jerked me for something at the bottom corner, but this book is extremely thick. So I'm literally looking right now, and yeah, there's no fit. This is a 9/8 all the way around. The book is so thick. This is a very, very thick, fat book. So naturally, they have different markings and stuff in their spines, but they gave this a 9.4. So extremely, extremely disappointing. But I've literally have seen books with ink breaks all across the side, and they still have 9.8 those books. So it's, as they say, grading is very, very subjective. So this is Deadpool issue number 45, but it's also labeled, I believe, Legacy as 200. So that's why you see the Spider-Man 300 homage that he's doing. So, like I said, I was extremely disappointed with this. This hurt my heart, especially even the casing. The casing is so damn fat because the book, you guys can see that right there, hopefully. The casing on this book is so damn fat because the book's a big book. So you can't use normal, base size casing for thin books on a fat book. So I was extremely disappointed with that. I want to throw it, but we'll save that for Baltimore. Baltimore, if CGC is there, we going to be there, man. I promise. We going to fix that up. Because they do things like this, and that's absolutely not right. Like, some of these people are new. They just hire new people over at CGC. Again, it's a mad fest over there. You're waiting probably a little over 3 months for books, and you're fast tracking them. So this one right here, again, and then another one. I wish these would have actually been together because I would kind of like to show all of these together. This right here, I don't know what they hit me for. Something extremely small and minute, but this is a black, like a really, really dark cover. But if you guys can see, Chadwick Boseman tribute on the back. Chadwick Boseman header, but it didn't make grade. It's a 9.6. So for me personally, I don't accept that. I don't want a 9.6. I'm not happy with that. I'm extremely disappointed in that because I looked this book up and down over and over, and even now I don't see a single thing wrong with it. So what they hit me for, I'm sure, was extremely minor, like extremely minor, and they gave me a 9.6 on it. Mind you, it's as you guys can see, it's dark. It's a dark cover for the most part, dark back. So great books like that, they're really, really hard to 9.8. They really, really are. Now this is crazy because this is the second 300 that I have sent, and I have a 9.6 in this. So either I don't know what I'm looking at, but clearly I have 9.8, so I kind of know a little bit, what I'm looking for. But once again, another disappointing book, and they gave this a 9.6. Now I am actually trying to go and get all my 300s, my 301s, every homage done for this, for Spawn in 301. But mind you, I just was talking shit on Spawn, shit on Todd McFarlane. Yes, this book predates that. This book came out before Chadwick Boseman passed, before that whole. So yes, I did not recently purchase this book. I bought the book the day that it came out. And yeah, this again is another disappointment. So if anybody's interested in this, I don't even care at this point. I will definitely probably be letting this go if somebody offered me a trade or something like that. But I cannot do 9.6s in my collection. If it's not a 9.8 candidate, I don't want it. Shouts out to my man Rich, man, my man out there in Vegas, man. He's one of the most biggest and the most inclined collectors that I know. Like, I really salute that man to the max. He's in Vegas doing his thing, but he's always been like that since I known him, man. I've known him for a few years, but if it ain't 9/8, he don't want it. So I feel him now at this point. Like, looking at this and looking at 9/8, it's like, yeah, you want them 9/8s, baby. You want them 9/8s. So thank you guys for tuning in. That's my CGC mail call. I'm actually waiting on a few more books to come in from them. Why they were split separately, I mean, I got labels on them, which I probably shouldn't have done, so that's taking longer. But I donated to like a charity event or something like that they had for one of my books. So I hope that both of those that are coming are 9/8s. We don't know yet because we don't have grades. But thank you guys for tuning in. Peace and love. You can check me out on Instagram. Follow me on there. And yo, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
I'm the flyest to ever walk in here. You might be listening, wondering.